everybody. Welcome back to the Nosy Neighbor. I'm Laurie Laramie, and today I am sitting here with James Gerhold, and he is the internet sales manager, one of the internet sales managers at Kia of Vero Beach, and we are so happy to have him here today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for taking time out of your day. I know we have a lot of customers out there, and I have to relate this right now to real estate because we now have an automotive market that is kind of like the housing market. And I will say I was in the automotive industry for 8 years, probably from 2003 to 2011, and I can tell you it is definitely a lot different now than it was back then. And I was having a conversation with James back in our green room, and he, as an internet sales manager, started out in, I guess, what would you say, farming is how you kind of started,
Yeah.
and tell us how you kind of did that and led into car sales.
Over 10 years of my life, I apprenticed on a couple different farms for a little over 3 years. I eventually rented a farm for at least 6 years before our second and third children were born, so both boys. My older daughter, she was still living at home at the time, and she helped out a little bit on the farm, but that wasn't where her heart was.
Aww.
So, but yeah, by the time my both boys were born, I was just, I started working off the farm. I was driving a truck for a Weaver Street Market, a grocery co-op, and I felt like I was neglecting the farm. So, I had like a 30-some mile commute, and it was tough.
And this was in the Carolinas?
Yep, North Carolina. I was up in Caswell County, but we worked in Hillsborough, North Carolina, and we ended up buying a home and moved off the farm. So, yeah, that was a bummer.
And so what brought you to Florida?
A Toyota Kia Vero Beach. I sell both Toyota and Kia, but I'm in the Kia building.
Got it.
So sales trainer Andy Elliott put the word out that they were hiring, and I figured I was ready for a change.
And here
so
you
I'm
are.
Here. Didn't know what I was getting myself into. Didn't know how expensive an apartment would be down here, but
yeah,
yep.
That has changed a little bit too since
Yeah.
back then. So
Yep.
now you've been probably around about 3 years. You are now an internet sales manager at Kia Vero Beach, and you do things a little bit differently. And I know a lot of you out there, when you go online, you're like, why are 10,000 people blowing up my phone and my email? So if you're looking for a Kia or Toyota in Vero Beach, I want you to please reach out to James. I want him to tell you what he does a little bit different in your market. So if somebody were to reach out to you, how would they start?
So first of all, you won't be bombarded by an entire team, from the dealership if you reach out to me directly. If you make the mistake of putting in an inquiry, to a dealership website,
You're going to get every dealership
Yeah.
around. So if you inquire at, where would they go?
askforjimmy.com or jimmysellscars.com. And so, yeah, if you call me directly, I can answer any questions you might have. It is okay to come out to the dealership and just look around. You can always just say, hey, I'm working with James Gerhold.
And
They'll leave you alone because, when you pull into the dealership, there's probably 50 salespeople on both sides, on the Toyota side and the Kia side. I'm in the Kia building. But, people are going to be waving at you, and, it could be a bit intimidating for a lot of people. So there's a lot of people I know who love to come after hours to look at cars. They don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
But, if you have questions, reach out, call me, text me, and, I'll make it as easy as possible.
So with things that are going on, speaking of, if somebody wants a new car, you guys have your internet pricing online, so they can pretty much work with you over the phone, over the
Absolutely.
internet, and then be able to come in and test drive the car and not have to kind of deal with the sea of...
If people want to know how much the car is worth, no problem. If you want price, payments, out the door price, whatever you need, when you get into your complete transparency. If you want to know if there's a market adjustment, there are on a lot of new cars. So, I know a lot of people just, drive around and, they saw the internet price, they go to another dealership, find out what, 10,000 more, whatever. I'm going to be upfront with you. Most people appreciate that. The good news is your car is worth more than it ever has been. had a customer the other day. She was going to turn in a lease. I got her an extra $12,000.
Oh, wow.
That's money you're leaving on the table if you're just turning a lease in.
So was she able to purchase anything else? Because like a house, you're like, okay, well, I'm getting the most money I can for my home, but now what am I going to buy?
Yeah, she bought a new 2022 Kia Sorento, top of the line.
Wow. So is there a waiting list for some of these cars? Or if there is, what is the vehicle right now that you're seeing the most wait for?
We have a lot of new cars coming. There's just not a lot sitting on the lot. I mean, we have plenty of pre-owned inventory, a lot of certified pre-owned cars. But if you want a new car, you got to come in and pretty much do the paperwork on it. You know, I need a serious commitment. But yeah, a lot of cars are sold before they come off the truck.
Okay, so are you doing the paperwork before the car comes in, or at least securing it before the car comes in?
100%.
Wow.
You know, they sell fast.
Yeah, that's what we are definitely seeing. But if you are with the used cars as well, people are just getting crazy money for them because I know the dealers are trying to fill their lots right now with inventory.
Dealerships are paying retail prices at the auction. So, I mean, even if hey, I'll buy your car. I handle that too. So if you just want to sell your car, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy one of ours.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, it brings up a point to me too, how you guys handle purchasing cars and also selling your used inventory, because we talk about like places that are buying cars, like we were saying, like Carvana and stuff. Yep. So how do you guys differ with that?
So yeah, everybody knows they offer pretty good money. If you're just looking to sell your car outright, you may get a better offer. You know, how long it takes to get a check from them, I couldn't tell you. You know, that's one thing that I can guarantee. You know, if there's a payoff, you know, it does take time, you know, for that process. But once it's been paid off, because we got, if you have a title in hand, it's a different story. I can have your check, you know, either same day if it's early or the next business day. If there is a payoff, it might take maybe 10 days, so it's not too bad.
No, that's
we overnight all the paperwork, so it's pretty quick.
And then when you're getting the cars on the other end of it, you know, you're going through a process to get those cars ready for sale.
Absolutely. So we take a lot of pride in reconditioning our cars, and that's one thing I can't speak for other dealerships, but some I don't like to name names, and I don't like to talk.
No,
bad
we respect and appreciate that.
So yeah, we do take a lot of pride in the way that we service our vehicles. That's why it's important to test drive a car. You can't just say, yeah, I've drove one. I mean, you know, you go to Carvana or have them deliver a car, you know, it just depends. You might not be 100% happy. They have a return policy, but any dealership that sells a car and delivers it along with paperwork, they pretty much have to offer that anyways. You know, that's something that's really unspoken. You know, I mean, it's the same for us. So
yeah, that gets a little dicey. I don't know if I want to purchase a car without driving it first.
Absolutely. It's important to test drive the car first and make sure you got to touch it, feel it, smell it. You know, I'm going to tell you too, hey, you got a car in your lot. You know, I'm going to go out there and tell you it smells like cigarettes.
Right. And we know that smell is hard to get out. I know we've ozoned cars before, and that smell is still there, especially if you're so sensitive to it. So if you can avoid doing that.
At the end of the day, if you buy a car from me, you have me for life. You know, I'm there for follow-up. If you have any issues, you know, I'm going to be there 100%. So
no, that's what we need to know.
I always say call or text me first. Don't get bounced around. You can call the dealership and put you on hold. No, call or text me in the middle of the night, whatever. I'm going to set up.
I don't know if you say that.
Call
in the middle of the night.
A text in the middle of the night. Yeah, I want to get my oil changed. So I'm going to set up that appointment for you.
Well, that is awesome, and it's all about customer service. It really, really is. Yeah. The repeat business, especially in the automotive industry, because I was looking at a survey not too long ago, and between car salesmen and real estate salespeople, we're kind of on the bottom of that list in reference to integrity. And we really, myself and Jimmy, we pride ourselves on that. That's how our return business is. That's how we keep our families fed. 100%. You know, we really stand behind our integrity and our sales, and that is so, so, so important, especially in our industries. So where is Kia of Vero Beach located?
We're at 1105 US 1, right at the intersection of Oslo and US 1. There's a Walgreens on the corner. So I'm in the Kia building. You pull in, you know, all three entrances are right there next to Toyota, so you got to drive past a large crowd of Toyota salespeople. Just tell them you're working with Jimmy.
I'm here to see Jimmy. Just roll down your window and then tell him, keep going.
But yeah, you know someone that's in the market for a car, introduce them to me. I'll send you $150 every time.
Oh,
All they got to do is mention your name, ask for me. Maybe
That's-
not in that order. But
that's fantastic. And what if they want to reach you directly instead of having to go through the lines through the dealership? How do they get
you
to
can
you?
always call me at 252-349-3060 or go to askforjimmy.com. And there's links to all my social media as well as my other website where you should be able to view the inventory as well.
That's awesome. And Jimmy goes above and beyond. Like, he's really branding himself. He really takes pride in what he does. So please, again, we'll put those numbers up for you and the email address for you to contact him directly. So if you're looking or in the market, not just for a Kia, but also you said Toyota as well, and any used vehicle that that is in that organization.
Yeah, we have the largest selection of pre-owned inventory in the state.
See, that's
Yeah.
again, you need to call him. So
Absolutely.
I just want to say thank you so much
you.
for taking the time out of your day. And we know how these markets are, and it's so great to have a professional who you know is going to be on your side, helping you through this process.
Absolutely.
So
Thanks for
again,
having me.
thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time on the Nosy Neighbor. Thank you.